What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Bit Crypto here. Time to talk Bonk. It's been going insane, but we finally get the pullback. Is this the end of Bonk, or is this just a little correction before another massive rally? Is it truly going to be the Shiba Inu of Salana? We're going to break it all down for you in this video. So if you're bullish on Bonk, you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. And with that being said, let's take a look at the overall cryptocurrency market. Now, it's been a couple of rough days, down at 1.58 trillion, which is still significantly up in the last 7 days. However, 2.62% down, volume just under that 100 billion mark as we enter the weekend. Now, historically, our weekends have been pretty good for us. Bitcoin, you see there about 41.8, down about 2.5%, but Salana 72.66, up marginally on the hour, down about 2.8 on the 24-hour as well, but 1.8 on the week. $2.9 billion driven hugely from that mass success of Bonk. So as you come down the list here, remember we talked about Bonk yesterday, it was in the kind of high 40s. As we move down the list, what you will notice now is Bonk is in the 50th highest ranked cryptocurrency. Why? Because we've pulled back a little bit, but still over 76% on the week, $1.8 billion for Bonk. Now, you will notice something here as well. Binance listing a Bonk USDT pairing, and that was announced earlier on as well. So Binance will list Bonk Inu with seed tag applied. Now, it has gone into the kind of new innovation zone, but ultimately Binance listing Bonk. Now, here's the thing you always have to remember with anything listed on Binance, it always seems to correct after that. It's absolutely buy the rumor, sell the news. It happens every single time. We saw it with Pepe, Shiba Inu, everything else, because what you do is you open the opportunity for mass profits. We see this massive spike when it lists on Binance. People use that opportunity to exit their positions. Now, that doesn't mean that Bonk is going to descend into chaos, and we'll take a look at the price action in just a minute, but significant movement on the overall move for Bonk. And I guess the important thing here is there is a ton still being built out, whether that be in the ecosystem or more and more listings. So we know that the Binance listing happened. We now have crypto.com as well. And Bonk will be listed on the crypto.com app. Purchase Bonk and other crypto easily with 20 plus fiat currencies. So almost inevitably hitting the biggest exchanges out there right now. And that's why we are seeing this massive price movement. So the debate now that everyone's talking about is this it for Bonk? Is there more to come for Bonk? Well, when you take a look at their socials, they are continuing to build out. They're continuing to ensure that their holders are benefiting. You see there the TBW hackathon, over $6,500 US to be gained, as well as the Axe and Instagram contest, which you can get 6.88 million Bonk. Also, and this is an important point to reference here, the Salana Phone. Now, a lot of people are wondering, or certainly speaking, as to why we've seen such a massive move on the Salana Phone and why you can't get that anymore. Well, the reality here is that you get this airdropped with 30 million Bonk in. I think this is why it's very, very interesting. So you get this with 30 million Bonk in. Currently, the value of a phone is about $599. And what you get is nearly $900 worth of Bonk. So for all those kind of memes around the Salana Phone, it turns out that if you bought one, you were making significant headway. Now, here's the other opportunity. You can pair this phone with Bonk as well. So starting to move into a real use case and usability of Bonk, which separates it from the real sentiment of a meme coin. Now, I was talking about this in one of my Twitter spaces and equally in my live streams, that we're seeing TVL on Solana start to build. What does that mean? The total value loaded or locked on the TVL for Salana. Now, you might be thinking, hold on a minute, 2Bit, what are you talking about? Well, let me showcase you. Right now, we can see the total global market, 51.76 billion in terms of the entire blockchain locked up amounts. Then we'll take a look at Salana. You can see it's 1.093 billion that we have. And that's very interesting as we see this kind of build out, whether we have core developers, and at the same time, we are seeing much more money flow into Salana, which naturally, therefore, is flowing into Bonk as well. Now, you might be thinking, what's this got to do with Bonk? Well, ultimately, the more value locked up in Salana, the easier that therefore is to build out with Bonk and use Bonk on a number of different DeFi projects, as well at the same time link into a number of different partners. And we can see this once again as they build out in terms of the Bonkmas move on BonkSwap, allowing kind of people to swap Bonk for a number of different projects out there, as well as Solana and everything else. And they really are trying to do the right thing and ultimately, like we said, making good partnerships. You see their Bonk on Cube exchange and celebrate the launch of a 4-week campaign with 6.9 billion Bonk reward pool. So they're not slowing down. If anything, with Bonk, it is increasing in its activity. So what does that mean for the price? Well, naturally, here we got the correction. We got the pullback. Now, the global market is in turmoil. It doesn't know what it wants to do. 41.9 on Bitcoin. Do we see this move today or not? But this was always going to happen. What we have found is this probably layer of support right now, 235. Do we break below and potentially come down a little bit further? We might be looking around 1.7, or do we find this consolidation and then start to build once again? We're on the 4-hour chart here. If we go in a little bit nearer, we start to see a little bit of a flip, a nice green candle starting to print on Bonk. So we could be in for a bit of an upside move. A lot of these kind of DeFi projects outperforming the rest of the cryptocurrency market. We see something like Snec as well as Pepe starting to get a final big move. So potentially Bonk could be once again on an absolute send. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think is next for Bonk? Are you holding it? Let me know, as ever, in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. That's how I know that you enjoy this type of content. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.